So the Fever have just been blown out by the Las Vegas Aces. Not crazy. Not like genuinely not a thing I'm surprised about. The Aces, when they want to be, are legitimately the best team in the league. They're the best team in the WNBA, and all three of their players stepped up. A'ja Wilson, balling out. Like, I'm looking at the box score right here. Like, this game's still on, by the way, when I'm recording this. I gotta record some videos right before, like, because I'm going to London. So I gotta record a bunch of stuff right before I go. So it is kind of a funny thing. But yeah, so when it comes to this game right here, the Aces showed why they're the Aces. A'ja Wilson showed why showed that she's A'ja Wilson. Kelsey Plum showed she's Kelsey Plum. Young showed how good she is. Like, those three back-to-back number one overall picks all showed up really, really well. For the Fever, I mean, like, Mitchell at 16, Boston has 12 as of right now. Fagbenle missed a couple of shots, but Boston still does not look right. Like, a year ago, she was going toe-to-toe, by the way, with A'ja Wilson. Like, she's looked better. She still doesn't look good. Like, 6 of 14 from the field. And she missed 2 or 3 open layups. Like, Caitlin Clark had 7 assists in this game, should have 14 assists. Like, the amount of open layups her team have missed. But either way, I do think there are some positives when it comes to the Fever. But, like, it was a more so an unbelievable performance from the Aces than anything else. And like, you can't knock the best players in the world for performing like the best players in the world. You also can't expect the Fever to go and win this game. So Clark looks like she's sitting for the last 3 minutes in this game. She looks absolutely devastated, but it's a really tough one. I'm going to talk again a little bit about her performance in a video later on today, but there's no point talking about that in this video, especially when, oh, for God's sake, I have an alarm. I do apologize. I gotta run. I gotta go to Leeds, or not Leeds, London. I keep saying Leeds, London, to watch the mighty Leeds. But yeah, so the Aces have just got too much talent. They've got too much talent, and they just got Kate Martin. I have there's gonna be an entire video on Kate Martin, by the way, on this channel, talking about just situations, and the Aces they've just got too much. They've got too much, I think, for most teams in this league. And like, yeah, they lost one game already this year to a Kalia Copper masterclass, and other than that, like, they've lost absolutely nothing all year, and they're still just dominating. Like, a 30-point win. This probably wasn't a 30-point game, but while this was close enough, I think the Aces got it back to 6, or not the Aces, the Fever got it back to 6. The Aces just pulled away. It's just they've just got too much. And there were some positive signs to the Fever in this game. Like, surprisingly enough, in a 30-point loss, there are positive signs. Like, I'm probably the only person that will make a video on the positives of a 30-point loss, because in general, there's not going to be many. I will say there's not going to be too many positives when it comes to 30-point losses, but there are some here. Oh, it's back to 20. Sorry, 20-point loss. Either way, they showed out. Like, from start to finish, A'ja Wilson was unbelievable. Like, early on in the game, it was Young who really kicked off. And then, like, halfway through the third quarter, A'ja Wilson had, like, 24 points and was killing them. She just was killing them. And you can see it. Like, this is their NBA Finals. This is the NBA Finals for a lot of these players. Like, they're treating this game against like one of the like 3 worst teams in the league. They're treating it like it's Game 7 of the NBA Finals, and fair enough. Completely fair. Like, if that's the way you want to go about this, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. So I'm saying, like, all I will say is the Fever better be ready for teams to go at them like this. Like, I'm watching garbage time minutes. I'm watching Graysberger hopefully hit a couple of mid-range shots, and I'm watching the Fever run out of bounds, and Kate Martin getting some more minutes. Either way, it's a wake-up call for the gap between these two teams. Like, as well as the Fever were playing, like, they did well against Connecticut, but the Aces, who hadn't had the best start to the year, I mean, they had a decent start. Like, they're 3-1 now. But just the way they played, a lot of teams thought, oh, maybe they're not going to be there. Like, not thereabouts, but, like, not the best team anymore. No, this is the best team I've seen. Like, this is... When they want to, they just have 3 of the best players in this league. And it's tough to compete with that. And it's not only that, they're other players. Of their main 6 players, they're all really, really good players. And I said it before the start of the year that the eyes Caitlin Clark is going to bring on this sport is so important, because a lot of people are going to stay. A lot of people are going to start watching A'ja Wilson. A lot of people are going to start watching X, Y, and Z player. They're going to start being interested in the women's game, and that is one of the biggest things for all this, is that they just need eyes on. And I don't think anything. I don't think anyone's coming out of this game thinking anything other than Angel Reese is absolutely incredible. They might think Caitlin Clark struggled, but I think the Aces did an unbelievable job blitzing her, and Clark did a much better job passing out of the blitzes. I know she had 6 turnovers, but her 7 assists should have been like 16 assists. Like, it's crazy. I actually think she did a really good job passing out of blitzes. Like, a couple of her turnovers where some of them were her fault, some of them weren't, and it's just the way she's being defended. She's having to make hard passes, and sometimes her teammates just aren't catching them. So that's what I'll say with her. I think it's like almost a given Caitlin Clark's going to average 5 turnovers because of the way she's being defended and because of the way the Fever play with her breakneck speed. 5 is fine. 6 maybe too many. Like, less than 5 has to be accepted because of the way she's being defended. Like, if an NBA player was being blitzed non-stop, they're probably going to average close to 5 turnovers a game. And blitzed every possession for 4 quarters, they're probably going to have 5 turnovers a game. But yeah, that is pretty much it. A really, really good game for the Aces. A hell of a team. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.